can barely hear myself talk. I'm pretty sure you can't, so I haven't been talking very much. And now that the wind's in my back, yeah, it's certainly out of the south. And pretty strong too, because I'm not feeling any wind right now. It would be to my advantage, as I was saying earlier, that that's the case, because my last ride, which I did not record, I discovered to my horror that my favorite rest stop over in Puff and Soda was closed for the season. How close a rest stop for the season? People need to rest all year round. There can't be a season for resting. So that's just me. As I said, I don't want to be political about anything here. But still, I needed to go to the rest stop. And I couldn't because it was closed. So sometimes you got to do the best you can. And just remember, there's hobos out there. And they take care of themselves. So I can take care of myself too. Not just hobos either. There's tramps, bums, all kinds of folk living out in the weather. They can do it. So can I. So can you. Push comes to shove. Whatever that means. Yeah, the shifters are a little intermittent today. That reminds me, I was also getting ready to talk about equipment. Because this channel is not about equipment. The equipment that I happen to have is a KHS. It's Kilo Hotel Sierra. That's the name of the company. You may not have heard of it. It's kind of regional. I believe I bought this bike in Southern California. I bought it, I'm sure, at least 10 years ago. They're still in business. I did get in touch with them because I was looking for replacement spokes. Because the company that makes my my wheel set doesn't make its wheel set anymore, and it's kind of specialty spokes that they used on it, and you can't find them anymore. I used to have problems with spokes breaking all the time. I haven't had that this year. I've got a single break. Watch one break on this ride, given that it's the last one of the year. What worse things could happen, so I'm not worried about it. But at any rate, so I looked them up, and this happens to be the Flight 900, which is like, for KHS, which is not exactly the highest end bike, highest end company out there. They do make some competition bikes, but this one is a step below competition. I think the 950 was their competition bike, and even that, they managed to get some riders in the in some races. I need to tighten up my mount, but at any rate, I've been happy with the bike. Obviously, I've had it over 10 years. I'm still riding it. It's got thousands of miles on it. And yeah, of course, it's going to need some adjustments from time to time that are beyond my mechanical skill. Of course, once I retire next year, maybe I'll have time to develop my mechanical skill. That's something to do in retirement. So, anyhow, back to the restroom situation. I did find that the restrooms here in North Dakota were still open. So clearly they don't coordinate when they shut down the rest areas. Yeah, it's nice having that tailwind. that's good is because instead of making the right, crossing the river over into East Grand Forks, and having to hope that that rest area is open, just head north through Grand Fork, across the river, north of town, and avail myself of the North Dakota facilities, which should still be open, hopefully. Although I did get surprised one time; it was closed. And I struggled my way over to Puff and Soda, and it was open that day. But it won't be today. I think just a little more attention on that, and apparently might just do it. Now I'm enjoying a tailwind, more or less. Until the wind shifted out of the west, and then I had a crosswind, and decided it was probably too noisy to try to talk anyway. Tighten that down. This is the same mount that I had before, and wasn't giving me any problems with it. Probably just didn't tighten it down enough when I put it back on the bike. And if you haven't seen it, I was going to do some videos where I was walking and the camera was attached to my hiking staff. So if you didn't see those, it's probably because the footage was unusable and I haven't looked at it yet, as of when I'm making this recording. Probably look at it today or tomorrow. What happens from there. But at any rate, kind of opened conversation on two other channels. One, just a guy that does videos of his commute to work. And the other one was a guy I was attracted to that one. He was talking about the virtues of vintage road bikes. I wonder if mine's a vintage road bike. I never really thought about it. Turns out no, mine's not even close, really. Carbon fiber, it's got a lot of black components. Very modern looking. No, not vintage, even though it's over 10 years old. He's talking about steel bikes with a lot of chrome and stuff like that. And they do look nice. I mean, you know, and I agree with him on one thing. I'm never going to be as fast as Bernard Hinault or Lance Armstrong. Even if Lance Armstrong's not doping, I still wouldn't be that fast. One thing, I weigh about 50 pounds probably. Well, 40 anyway. Depends on when you measure me. When he was riding, I probably outweighed him by a good 110 or so. Lost a lot of weight. riding. There's just crosswind. But the sun feels nice. The sun hits me and I can feel the warmth. That's nice. So I'll try to remember to link both of those channels in case you're interested. I guess we'll have a community of people who just ride bikes. Nothing to prove. Just on the bike, riding, having a big day. It's a beautiful day. It's a little chilly and a little windy. But chill's probably a good thing. Kind of encourages you, you know. If it gets too cold, then it discourages you. Very typical northern winter scene there, I think. Trees shedding their leaves. And a gorgeous, partly cloudy day, but the clouds are very high up. I was confused by my weather station this morning because it gave me the thunderstorm indicator. I don't have any thunderstorms today, so I don't know where it gets its information. Maybe it's some in Chicago or something, way down south like that. No thunderstorms here though. You never know. North Dakota. Be thunderstorms by the time I make it over to Minnesota. So I need to remember to link to a video that bolsters my theory on how puffins are from Minnesota. If you haven't seen it already, you should see it. If you have seen it already, you should watch it again. You might have missed it the first time. Look at all these leaves now, you hardly see them. Terrified me going to do it. Gravel and sand. You gotta make a curve. I always feel like I'm gonna slide off the road. Never have yet. Probably because I'm always terrified and very cautious going around there. Let's see. Oh, looks like there's some golfers. They're golfing. Looking for their ball among the leaves. Probably easy to get a tee time, I would guess. Okay, now here's where I'm going to go straight. And the reason for it is I go right because the slope heading north through East Grand Forks is short, and the slope heading north through Grand Forks. So, all things being equal, that's a little bit easier to go that way. But when you got a tailwind, it's better going up this hill with a tailwind, especially considering I don't expect there to be a requisite rest area hospitality of Puffin Soda. I'm hoping they're going to have it. Here in Grand Forks. I did last time. and I'm not putting down anybody that is sometimes I think that a lot of people are into fishing for the very same reason. They just really like the gear, and I agree with them on that. Fishing gear is fascinating, but I don't fish, so I don't have any. I'm not really interested in fishing. I have fished, so I know what I'm missing, and it's like something I can afford to miss. So this is Lincoln Avenue Park coming up. My intention here is to go verify if they have an open restroom. For some reason, when it's cold, I need to go to the bathroom a lot. Maybe I should discuss that with my doctor. Not the entire world. But I'm sure my secret's safe. Instead of going across here, I'm going to make a right and head over. Actually, I don't have to. I can go straight through here. When I think about it, there's a little spur coming off the trail. Safety first. Always stop when there's cross motorized traffic. Because one, consequences to me are a lot greater than it is to them. Two, I'm on a bicycle, and bicycles are invisible. You always have to remember that. Even if you have right of way, remember they can't see you. It's not they don't want to. They really do want to see you, but a lot of distractions and stuff is going on. Talking about. We'll stop this, and even though there's really no traffic all day. It's Wednesday, and I'm on PTO the whole week. So I managed to ride a bike today. We'd ordinarily be riding on a Wednesday. Next year, yes. While I'm still a productive member of society, not so much. There's another place that's kind of terrifying for all the debris. It's the playground. And naturally, all this gravel gets migrates out onto the sidewalk. Ideally, they would put up like a little push broom to clean up their debris afterwards. Looks like this place is open, so I'm going to take a little break.